visual mastery. I'm the head of my class, no cap for me. Uncouth, I'm pristine, I'm the truth, the machine, true story, nigga. Welcome to the factory.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the St. Louis Mix channel, the tentatively named, soon to be rebranded St. Louis Mix channel. Again, I know y'all don't believe it, probably don't think it's going down at this moment, but trust me, I promise it is coming. The official rebranding, logos, merch, the whole nine, theme songs, you know what I'm saying? But just hanging there with me, you know. Just keep doing these reviews and these recaps, and we're gonna get there together, I promise you. So I appreciate you coming back, rocking with the channel, giving us another view. Today we are doing kind of a mega recap of the RBE social distance battles. I'm a little late on a couple of these. There's a lot been going on with this quarantine stuff, man. I've been going back and forth with the gig, trying to get some stuff straightened out about working from the crib and whatnot. So, you know, I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but just been busy. So finally got some time to sit down, get through all the battles, kind of do some in-depth viewing and taking some notes on the bars and stuff, you know, whatnot, and then get a chance to recap them with y'all, my good peoples. So let's just hop right into it, man. So these are the RBE social distance battles that A.R.P put out. Salute to RBE, salute to A.R.P. Salute to that whole friendly competition thing they got going on with Smack URL, man. Like, the competition has only bred better battles, better matchups, and competition is always a good thing. So salute to y'all for that. We all know, you know, URL is the official, the most respected, you know, but you know, A.R.P has established himself as like the Rucker of battle rap, and there's nothing but respect for that man. The man's been grinding and started from the bottom, and now we're here. So, you know, put some respect on his name. And first battle that I want to recap real quick, just because I have the least to say about it, honestly, and that's no disrespect to the participants. But the QP versus Chef Trez battle was just Chef. What am I talking about, man? In quarantine too long, I'm losing. But yeah, the QP versus Chef Trez battle, man, like, I don't know, I was low-key excited for it when I saw the matchup, and I was, you know, excited to jump on it, like, yo, you know, just thinking of the possibilities with the skill set that they both bring to the table. But watching it, I was just kind of lackluster, underwhelmed. So let's just go through it real quick, man. I don't know. I realized how excited I was for the battle once I realized how disappointed I was. So QP goes first, and you know, he's doing his usual intricate, what they call the lyrical miracle. But let's first of all, let's be real and respectful. QP's pen is alien-like. Like his writing ability is otherworldly, straight up. Now, whether or not you like the way he performs it, puts it together, delivers it, his, you know, outward style, you can't deny the sheer genius level penmanship and craftsmanship that's going on. I will have to say, I think stylistically it's problematic though, because it is, a lot of times it can be, for me personally, it can be hard to follow and hard to kind of understand, and I have to kind of watch a lot of the stuff back 2 or 3 times to make sure I catch everything. And, you know, battles is long enough as it is, there's enough going on without having to watch a verse 3 or 4 times to make sure you just understand what's being said, let alone start breaking down all the double and triple entendres, and, you know what I'm saying? Listen, like, again, salute, because I love bars and lyrical ability anyway. So salute to QP for that. But listen, this is coming from a bar fan, bro. Hey, bro, we got kids and shit. Like, we got jobs and lives, bro. Like, hey. Oh, I guess not right now. We're all in quarantine, so I guess now would be the perfect time to go through QP's catalog and break down and get yourself some bar knowledge, because there's probably some crazy nuggets in there that none of us have ever heard. I don't know, I might do that. I might do a most lyrical verse, you know, quarantine breakdown, and things that we missed, bars I haven't seen highlighted yet that, you know, might have been some hidden gems. So it's a good idea. Anyway, so he had a good bar in there. He had like a scent, like smell kind of scheme, and he said, what I can do is wicked the minute I aromatic, and it just, you know, the way he put the whole scheme together was just insane. And then my notes literally after that point says, the fuck is he saying? It was just, it was bizarre. You know, it was, I don't know, just the, and it was still QP because that's the way he delivers his material, but it was just even more so convoluted and distorted, kind of mumbled, so rushed and like disjointed and such a jagged delivery, which, you know, no disrespect to Jackie J, shout out to Jackie J, I don't want no smoke. Just the way it was delivered was just so choppy and hard to follow, to the point where it was the way he was speaking and rapping made it hard to even understand for me. And I was just like, man. Went back and watched some of it a couple of times. I was able to catch a couple of things, but I don't know. Just because of how I felt about it, I just felt like it was delivered in such a unique fashion that it made it too hard to understand for me to really even be able to appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, I had high hopes, like the way the verse started with the aromatic bar and some of the other bars. But I was like, ooh, you know, QP might be on it. But then I don't know. To me, it was weird. So, anyway, going to Chef Treasure's verse, because I felt like once the verse was over, I felt like, okay, this is up for the taking. Like, because of the delivery, I know some people will dislike it, and it's gonna leave the door open for Chef Treasure's style and the way he delivers his bars, his punchlines, and it's a little more simplified, easy to get, but he can be intricate at times. So I was thinking this is tailor made for Chef Treasure to come in and just watch this. For me personally, I felt like he kind of took this battle light. There wasn't a whole lot that I thought was really hitting like that. A lot of pedestrian bars, man. A lot of run of the mill, like heard it or something real similar to it before, something there like it. He had a couple of things that was cool. He said, I killed QP with his QT. That's his other half. He said, you had a friend named Heartless. I had a gang of heartless people. So he had some bars in there. You know, he did some things, some play on words and some flips with QP's background and whatnot. And it was delivered so much better. It was so much clearer, so much more direct, so much more audibly legible. I don't know if that's a real thing. Y'all check that up. Check me in the comments if that's fake. I don't know. But that's the way I can describe it. Audibly legible. Like, you could actually discern what he was saying. I didn't feel like this stuff was that crazy, but almost by default, I feel like you got to get a battle of Chef Trez just on vocal clarity. Like, just on clarity of speech alone. Like, you have to give it to Chef Trez. The bars that really hit hard for me, I thought the better haymakers for me were QP's. You know, it was a shame that the delivery was in such a manner, but, you know, I don't know. So I left that battle almost kind of a toss-up. I guess, but again, I guess I kind of answered by default. I give it to Chef Trez. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about that battle. If anybody else had an easier time understanding, and you can clue me in on some of the bars or so, like, yo, I'm all the way down with that. If I can get a clearer picture of exactly what QP was saying, I have no problem giving him credit for the bars. I just have to address the delivery as it was, you know, for me personally. So I got Chef Trez with the win on that one, with a weird battle from quantum physics. Okay, so next, we're gonna review 40 Cal versus Cortez. Now, y'all know why I say versus, because of how it happened, where A.R.P. drops 40 Cal's verse solo. Cortez then drops his verse solo independently. He, you know, backed out of the battle, or had you are it's not the Rona, don't worry. But you know what I'm saying, if you didn't hear what I said, that's fine, you know, because from, you know, URL didn't block the battle. Tez was under contract. That's what he said. You can check the interview. I believe he did it with PSA Hip Hop. I'll locate it and put the link in the description just to credit them. He gives his explanation for why he didn't do the battle and all that stuff, and him dropping it solo and blah blah, and gives his supporting evidence for that he didn't drop the verse or record the verse late, that he already had it done, and he didn't wait for 40 Cal to drop his, then drop something, and so on and so forth. So, controversy kind of out the gate with that one. Just wanted to address that. I do understand, how people could feel about it. I personally, I think as long as it's provable that he recorded his in the same time as 40, then he should still get credit for the battle. It didn't, drop together, but as long as he held to the agreement of when the verses should be done, and he didn't wait till after 40's verse was done, then do a response based on it. Which from the way he explained it, sounds like he could be telling the truth. I don't know. That's only him and God know. But again, innocent until proven guilty. Sounds like he's telling the truth. I have no reason to disbelieve him. So I consider the verses to be legitimately comparable, as if it was the real battle that dropped. And let me just get out this way. I got Cortez winning. Listen, and I hope I don't offend nobody with this, but I am not of the school of thought of people who think 40 is like, I don't want to seem too critical here, because I understand he is a legend, and I was a huge fan of Dipset. Diplomatic Immunity 2, boy, don't even get me started. Like, me and my brother was on it, but and I was a fan of his even back then. I thought, like, yo, this dude with the punches, one of them, like, they was all punching for real, but man, like, I'm not as impressed or blown away or swept off my feet by his return as a lot of fans are. And again, it's no disrespect to him personally or anything. Shout out to 40 Cal 100%. And I do want to give him credit for what he has done since coming back, shaking up the culture. Great performances, compared to his contemporaries, his peers and whatnot. So salute to him for that. But there was a lot of creativity to his verse for Cortez, and you definitely want to give him credit for that, especially visually. But there's something not quite, something not quite right about his return and his style and whatnot. I still feel like it's not quite right. Still a little outdated, maybe. Hasn't. I don't know. I think a lot of people are giving him credit for being farther along as far as progressing in his returning to battle rap shape and acclimating to the new generation. I think people are placing him farther ahead than he actually is. And I think it's going to come to, if this train isn't halted and with some sort of reality check, like, there's going to be a disastrous body coming. This is what I feel. This is just my personal opinion, again, no disrespect, but I feel like they're going to give him somebody he's not ready for because they supered him up in his return, and somebody going to blow him out the water, I think Cortez came damn close. Now, as far as creativity and all that, let me give credit where it's due. 40's verse was actually kind of hilarious. He had this little, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but he had this, like, little Cortez on a baby body sitting on his shoulder, and he was rapping to the baby, and, like, he had like clips of Cortez quotes, and he would, like, respond to a little conversation. Just, it was kind of funny. Definitely can appreciate the level of petty and promo and humor that he uses in the sense of the battle, especially with this verse that he shot. Creatively, it was on point. It was very funny. You could tell he put a lot of thought into it. He wanted to make sure that he put some extra sauce on it and make it hit, and props to him for that. I don't know, man. There was just some of the bars, man. To me, they just were like, no. He had this whole little Nissan scheme in the beginning that was kind of litty. Y'all check that out. Let me know what you think. I was kind of digging the Nissan scheme. I know car schemes are common, but I like the way he did it. He had like a little skit. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. Like for instance, okay, so he had this bar. He said, he said, for your head I'll get 1 cent. I'll Abraham Lincoln you, and it's like, I don't know, just no, that ain't it. So funny, creative, yes. A lot of vision with the creative visual aspect of it. thinking outside the box, willing to try new things, all of that good stuff. Yes, and which are all good things and good signs. Just keep pushing. I just don't personally think the bars are there, but it's not terrible. But the little polish, you be alright. You be alright. Cortez, I felt like kind of started off slow and then built up steam and momentum as he went along. Man, there's a lot of battles I just realized. I don't want this video to go too long with y'all. So let's get to it. So Cortez, right out the gate, he hits him with some bars. He says, he tells everybody 40 Cal's real name. His real name is Calvin Bird. He said, "I'll get bird boxed." That means blindfolded. That was kind of cool. He said he had his bar. He was like, "Yeah, we all in quarantine, but guys still need company and more quarantine bars." All right, gentlemen, all right. Then he had like some a lot of court flips for himself as far as him as 40, him and 40 and referring to himself as court. That was pretty cool. He was saying this old nigga's coming back to court like Uncle Drew. He was like Tiger King. They should have checked the belly of the beast. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all gotta watch it and see how that connected. It was nice. He had this whole little thing about how everybody, and this I agree with. Everybody was giving 40 props for his third verse of Ill Will, but I thought that was kind of some weirdo, like on a weirdo tip, like I don't know. And if you listen to Verb's interview about it on I don't want to mess it up. It's either on PSA with 3 or through Letterman. Shout out to them, man. Or it's Battle Rap Trap. One of those two. Shout out to Henny Man. It's one of those because he did an interview with both, and he's talking about like, nah, 40, you can't be doing that, and I kind of agree with that. I'm St. Louis stand up, but I just think you don't be, nah, man, not with the shouties, bro. Like you what? Anyway. So Cortez is kind of attacking that angle, like that third round against Ill Will. He was like, and he was relating it to their battle, and them even getting into it or whatever. He was like, this is really J.R. Ryder's beef, stop, pause. But there you go again, taking care of something that's not yours. Fire. Diffusing all that hype from that third verse versus Ill. He said, he started naming a lot of his accomplishments, and he said, yeah, and I did it before 40, so now I'm adding you to the bucket list. That was crazy. He said diplomatic immunity means you ain't seeing court. Nasty. He said the last time y'all seen court, y'all got chased out the Rucker. And man, if you know hip hop, the story was just Google it. Just Google it. Fire. And then he kind of ended it with I'm gonna bury you with the same shovel that Loon beat you with. Again, just Google it, bro. Like, it will kind of like revigorated the knowledge of that story within the community, and yeah, just look it up, bro. It's crazy, kind of crazy. So in my opinion, a heavy-handed back slap from Cortez that, lyrically anyway, I would say visually, creatively, 40, I think I probably would give it to him. Cortez did some things creatively and visually in his video as well. But again, just because we don't know for sure if he recorded it at the same time or after or whatever, I'm gonna give 40 the benefit of the doubt. His was in there already. A.R.P. had it, he was able to drop it. So I'm gonna try to give him his props. Like I say, 40 took it, visually, but bar wise, I think Cortez just blew him out the water. Like, no, pause, like that. I don't know, whatever. I think Cortez messed him up and won the battle. So, shout out to Cortez. And next, so we had Street Hymns and Sharon. Shout out to both of them, man. I really liked this battle. It was very entertaining. Street Hymns, I think, has taken the cake as far as creativity with the visuals so far. Like, yeah, I think he even trumped 40 Cal and Cortez. He had a Sharon impersonator come to his door, like in quarantine gear with a mask and gloves or whatever, knocking like, yo, I'm an energy salesman. And tell me what, bro, I thought it was really Sharon at first. Like, I thought this was Sharon's verse. And he was like, Nah, it just very witty, very witty. Well done. And so his verse was a conversation between him and the Sharon person. And I'm not even gonna get too much into it, trying to break it down. But yo, Street Hymns is also an alien with the bars. Like so many bars in such a short amount of time. So intricate. He had he had like this quintuple entendre that he breaks down towards the end. Just wait till you see it. And also, the Sharon impersonator, yo, Street Hymns had this dude doing the Sharon Billy Pistols weird weird arm motion, bro. It's hilarious. You gotta check it out. Like he got him with the arm out, Billy Pistols. So funny, so funny. It's spot on. It's spot on. It looked just like Sharon. I really thought that was him at first. With the mask, of course. But the motion is what it looks just like him. So, shout out to Street Hymns for that, man. Man, I'm trying to think if there's any of them. Oh, a funny thing about the beginning of that battle, A.R.P. is sitting on the bike. He's like, but no more talking. I'm just, nobody wants to hear this anymore. I'm gonna just get straight to it. Time to get to these bars. And instead of the battle, this long ass ad starts playing, like this long RBE ad. I just thought that was funny. And no diss. Shout out to A.R.P. But he was like, no more talking. Get straight to the bars. Let's get to it. And then it was like, say. But anyway, so Sharon's verse, very bar heavy, a lot more straightforward, more simplified, straight to the punch. Sharon's style. So this battle is definitely going to come down to a stylistic thing. If you prefer the more intricate penmanship, you'll probably like Street Hymns' verse better. If you like the more direct, aggressive smack style, funny enough, you'll probably go with Sharon. He did have a lot of nice bars in there, even though they were simplified. Still shout out to him for it. Nice little amount of street flips. He said, "Are you living in O? I have to pour out Bourbon Street." He said, "I have more than 21 Jump Street." And he'll get schooled. If you've seen the remake of 21 Jump Street, Jonah Hill's in that joint, it's nice. He said, "You trying to jab Sharon? Well, Beetle get street famous from the cross like Abbey Road." If you seen, about that Beatles Abbey Road covers them crossing the street, that fire. He said he had this one that was a little bit of a reach Sharon. But he said, "Tell Street I am Street. I'm the wrong one to sleep on. Tell Street I am Street. I'm the wrong one to sleep on. But it's Elm Street, ELM strong. You know what I'm saying? Silent L's over here. Maybe you took a silent L for that. But and then at the end, cause if you see, Sharon was crazy scruffy, my boy. Like he looked like he was going through it. Like he quarantined at the wrong time. He wasn't able to get no groceries, nothing, no razor blades. Like Sharon was looking all Wolverined out, long, like little scruffy hair and a longer scruffy beard. He was looking crazy. He said at the end, he said, "The game needs me more than I need a black barber." Like some comments like, "Yo, preach." But yeah, man. So overall, good verse from Sharon. He heated up towards the end, a lot of good punchlines. He was rapping in like kind of this weird hushed tone the whole time though. So the vocal projection was kind of strange. And somebody left a comment, and I'm gonna post it here. I'm gonna post the screenshot of it just so I can give Buddy credit. But they say Sharon sounds like he's rapping like his mom would yell at him if he gets too loud, bro. And if you just watch the battle, that is exactly what it sounds like. He's like whisper battle, like, "Baby, you trying to jab Sharon? Beetle get street famous from the cross like Abbey Road." Like, you know what I'm saying? If he really get to like Abbey Road, shut that ass up, boy. You better be going to bed. Sorry, Mom. Man, but yeah, anyway, so shout out to you, man. That comment was hilarious. Who do I got winning, man? Yeesh. Again, I do believe it's a preference battle. I am a more bar heavy lyrical type. So I would be more partial to Street Hymns style. Plus, I liked the visual aspect he incorporated. I think Sharon has some great punches, some great street flips. The delivery was a little strange though. I don't know. Like for this one, it's really a toss-up. It's who you prefer. If you ask me who won, I think I got Street Hymns. I think I got Street Hymns taking this one by a slim margin. Just all the extra creativity just kind of put it over the top, plus the intricacy of the bars, and then it took a little while for, even though his round was short, I will say that, short but potent. Sharon's round was a lot longer, took him a little longer to heat up, but once he did heat up, he did kind of start cooking. But he had, had a reach there, had some iffy ones in there. Delivery was weird, so I'll nitpick and say Street Hymns. Shout out to Street Hymns, shout out to Sharon. If you got Sharon winning, I'm not mad by any stretch of imagination. I totally understand. And finally, last but not least, next. I'm not gonna spend very long on this. We all know what it is. We all know what happened. We all know what's up. Shout out to Big K and Floss the Boss. Big K has bodied A.R.P Boom twice. And he's only battled him once. Battled him again. In this battle versus Floss the Boss, first of all, Big K does this like 4-screen view of himself. He has like 4 screens in one of all of his face doing different stuff. Like one is smoking, one is just sitting there watching and laughing. Like one is laying there just sleeping, not paying attention, and and then him rapping is fire. Just very creatively done. Shout out to all the battle rappers for stepping up the visual creativity for this. You get to see kind of how everyone's mind works and how much talent we really do have in the community. So shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to Big K for that. It was hilarious. The face that was laughing at the bars was great, perfect. And just he bodies Boom again and minimal effort. Well, okay, so let me just do a couple bars and then we're gonna wrap it up. First he says, how was a worker with no teeth named Floss the Boss? Big K direct style, straight to it, hard punches, you know what I mean? Showstoppers, get it right. He called him Takati Boom, bruh. He was saying like, yo, I ain't even tell you about the BB gun, but Google, and then gave the info. I ain't gonna spoil it, look it up. Watch the battle, then look it up. Yes, I Googled it after I seen the battle. Yes, it's confirmed. It's the same, what was it, David Green or whatever the name is. Bruh. Just wild, man. Just leave him alone. Listen, Big K, from an unrelated, innocent bystander fan, let this man live, please. Like, you're going to push him to something drastic. Like, the brother don't need to do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just say that. Like, let him live, dog. Dang. So, yeah, great round from Big K. Floss the Boss, he goes, I don't know, it seemed like a lot of filler for a long time. He did have one good bar that I really liked. He said this white bitch known for the kick, and he did the Big K kick, and oh boy, when he be mocking bars, he said this white bitch known for the kick like Ronda Rousey, and that was fire because Ronda Rousey got her head kicked into oblivion by Holly Holm. Before Holly Holm. Anyway, but yeah, so shout out to Floss the Boss for that. But I got Big K with the clear, easy W. He wins 2-0 in this battle. He wins 1-0 against Floss the Boss. He also wins 1-0 against A.R.P Boom for the second time. He won 1-0 in their 3-round battle a little while ago. So, yep, shout out to A.R.P, man, for putting this online, web chat, video chat battle event on the social distance joint. Like, all of these events, these online events are like saving lives, man. Like, it's keeping people engaged, it's keeping people motivated, giving them something to talk about, keeping them from fighting with their families, you know what I mean? And I just want to say, from the fans, we sincerely appreciate it. Salute to all the battles for putting out great content. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man, leave your comments. What you think about the battles, winners, losers. Who do you think had the best video? Who do you think was the most creative visual aspect? All that good stuff. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep reviewing all this battle rap content, keep you up to date on the thoughts on the latest things.
My bad, that shit was aggressive. My temper's a flaw I'm perfecting. Internalized conflict suppressor. Avoid the combustion from all the compression. Good lessons learned.